Yo guys, CFTC, welcome back to another video. So today we're pretty much going to be talking about the 90-minute cycle model, right? So right now we're going into additional confluences, right, of how to pretty much trade the 90-minute cycle New York model, right? So initially the range is from 9, right, to 10:30. This is initially our dealing range, and then the referral range would be from 7:30 to 9. That's a full 90-minute cycle, right? So what do? We identify its high and its low. So this would be sell side liquidity, right? Can you see that? Then the high would be buy side liquidity, right? So these are the two P ranges, our dealing ranges, right? So now if we can enable our indicator, right, and then we enable our Q3 micro model, right? This is simply what I'm looking for if I'm trading within the 90-minute cycles, right? But now we're going to be going through defined and specific details to look for clear confirmations of where you want to see price draw to and react off, right? So initially we do not really know based on how price opens before the 9 a.m. right? So initially we need to have the first quarter micro quarter range, right? We need to see that happen, right? So let's see. Okay, this is Q1, right? Q1 has been formed. Now we need Q2 to either sweep the Q1 low and the sell side low, or the Q1 high and buy side. Then would anticipate lower prices. This case would anticipate by higher prices, right? Okay, let's see. So Q2 sweeps the low. So initially, what are we looking for? We're looking for higher prices. If we can enable this, which is our quarterly indicator, right? This is free on TradingView, right? Okay, this range right here is specifically our dealing range. This is the only range in which we're going to be looking to take trades for higher prices, right? But now, once price sweeps this low right here, we initially need additional confirmation to see in which range is price going to be looking to react off, right? If I can do it like this, we have PD arrays right here. For example, we have fair value gap, but we would disregard this fair value gap, so there's inefficiencies within this range because they did not form within Q3, so therefore they did not form here, right? So we're going to need a PD array that formed within Q3 based on the previous cycles. Would want to see price form within Q3, and then would use any inefficiency or PD array that forms within that range. For example, within this Q3, price is above, so we're not referring to anything here. Within this Q3, we do not have any fixed or clear indications, so we can even do this. We do not have any forms of PD arrays, right, that can form. Can you see that? Okay. Now, when we come to this range right here, what do we have? From this high to this low, can make this rate like this. If we drag this range out like this, cutting through candles, we have a CB, right? In this case, it's going to be an inversion fair value gap. It's a time-based inversion fair value gap. So we're going to say, so Q3 time-based inversion fair value gap. So we can paste this at the right like this, right? So this is the only inefficiency that we're going to be regarding for higher prices. It's the only one, right? After that, we have this order block, but this is pretty much messy price, right? So it's not as clear or as defined, so we'll not utilize this, right? So when we have this dealing range already in mind, right, we know that this is a period rate that we are focusing on for higher prices. So what do? We go to the 1 minute time frame, right? Then we want to see our model, right? So let's have it load. New York micro Q3 enabled, so that's the one we're focusing on. This is accumulation, manipulation lower, so beginning of distribution, we're gonna want to see higher prices, right? Okay, let's see. Notice price has not tapped the range just of yet, so we're still not recording any forms of price. Let's see. Then Q3 taps the low. Usually this is even enough, right, for you to be trading a turtle soup. As soon as price taps the low, you can place your stop just below the fair value gap, right? Then target the high. That's usually enough, right, for you to take on a trade, right? But now let's see. We need to know which dealing range we're within, right? So let's enable this. So now that we know that this is the range we're in, so Q3, right? Q3 and Q4. This is our kill zone. So therefore, we are looking for entries only within this range, right? Okay, now let's see. Price dips lower again, right? Okay, then distributes higher, continuing to target buy side right there. Then let's see. Price continues. Then the target has been reached, right? Okay, so hopefully this part of the video makes sense. We'll be going into entries a bit later within the course, right? So yeah, hope everybody stays safe. Hopefully everybody understands the logic and how to set up buys, right? And yeah, everybody stay safe.